Heyo! What's up, you guys? Sedated Princess back, and ignore the potato quality. I am on my big computer, but there is a reason behind that. I cannot tell y'all how many times I've tried to record this video and how many different iterations of these stories I have told, and I just don't like them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here. I am going to open up Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and talk about Darkness Emergent, because man, LA was so much fun. I do have my handy dandy little book here from the event. They gave these to us. They gave us one for that event too, so I don't remember getting one for San Antonio. I may have. So real quick, I am gonna kind of walk through the book and like what's in here, because this is always very, very cool. So obviously we open up to have like the key features and stuff, and like the basics of what happened on each day. And then you've got our staff and storyteller page, which gotta love all of these individuals. They're phenomenal. This event was friggin' amazing. And then in the books, they tend to have like, ignore the flippy flappy sound, but they tend to have like pages where people can autograph, kind of like it's the yearbook. And then they had another set in the back of like these photos, which were really cool. They've got the introductions to each of the faction, or not the faction plots. They have the introductions to each of the like tentpole plots, and then they have the schedule. The schedule in the book changed a lot this trip. God bless the emails, because I would have been so lost, and God bless people texting me, because I would have missed out on specific things. That's my dog. She's barking at a child that's screaming outside. So I got to LA early. My plan was mostly that I was going to just hang out. I went to dinner with a couple of friends that also were at the event. It was a lot of fun. The next morning we went to Hollywood Forever Cemetery, which, if you know, you know. And when we went to the little like customs, I was like, ma'am, you have a map? Can I buy a map? This was worth it solely because I got B-Dave to sign on here. This is gonna get framed. This is hilarious to me. Like, playing on the Fairbanks joke from LA by Night, which, if you don't know, it's really not a spoiler, so I'm gonna key it in here.
I went on a date here once, and we snuck off with a did it on Douglas Fairbanks' grave.
You fucked on Fairbanks?
Yeah, and like, they were totally watching.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
These people are freaks.
I mean, I don't know if they sat there and watched the whole time. They absolutely know what you were doing, though. Why would you do it in public anyway?
Because, like, that's, like, it's cool. Have you never?
No. Also, I'm sure a bunch of people saw you, too.
I mean...
So playing on that, I had him sign on Fairbanks lawn. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. We walked around, we went to Little Tokyo, we had some yogurt, I brought my Jason plushie with me to Little Tokyo, which I did take photos of. I'll pop them over here. Las Vegas, when it came to like the out of character time, it was a lot more like anxious and nerve inducing than like this year was. I found myself a lot more at ease, a lot more comfortable this year around. Part of it is because I think it's because I played a new character. Victoria very much was more comfortable for me to play than Buffy, but we love Buffy. So Thursday rolls around and we do the Meet the Authority, and for the Meet the Authority, my ass was dressed up in Anarch cosplay. Basically what a Camarilla would think an Anarch would dress like. It was also an excuse to just have my natural hair out and not have to wear the wig, because I was gonna have to wear that a lot. Photo over here of the Anarch outfit. I'm really gonna hit this a lot, but it was a grand old time. I ended up having some fun interactions with the, I guess they would technically be storyteller player characters, but like Jason Carl was there as Renato, obviously Cynthia Marie was there as Nellie G, B. Dave Walters was there as Victor Temple, Alexander Ward was not there at the Meet the Authority. that's my fan. I'm gonna need to turn that off. That's no bueno. Actually, this is perfect because I can also bring this out and show y'all for later. But whenever I talk about that I was given a blue rose, this is the blue rose. Meet the Authority went well. I'd say about the most interesting thing that happened during the Meet the Authority was that Xander Jeanre's character, X, our lovely, 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 lovely Malkavian, popped up. And when I say popped up, I mean he fully Shangela hallelujah us. Like, I have to share the meme I made. I could not think of anything other than this for like a good hour after he popped out of the box. But it gave me a really fun like moment with another character who, the player I knew, the character I did not know. And we were side by side, and I just lean over to him and go, "Do you smell that? It smells like patchouli, mildew, and peanut butter?" And it was the funniest shit ever to me. Meet the Authority went fairly smoothly. Some temporary baronies got laid. It was weird. I was more so off to the side getting a little toasted because that first night was finding it really hard to get a character. And then after that first night, we had Seraphim, and my dude, Seraphim was so fun. I danced, I partied, there were go-go dancers. Ah! It was so much fun. During Seraphim, there was a little game, and Seraphim is like this after-hours like party that we've had, I believe, thrice now. Yeah, I think this was either the third or second time that they've done Seraphim. The people who set it up are phenomenal. They do an amazing job they basically turned the Biltmore Bowl, which looked like this, into this, which is a fucking dance club. Like, clearly that's a dance club. It was so much fun. I didn't necessarily participate too much in the in-character game. I did have a friendly Nosferatu come up to me, and we did the questioning, and I was just like, all right, well, we get the coin. Oh, no. And then I was like, I just want it back at the end, please. Souvenir coin. And sure enough, he gave it back to me. Oh, there we go. I'll take it. But I was like, I want this. I want to have it. I have to. I'm very big on like taking home goodies. So this is my little goodie bag from LA. Buffy's goodies. That's the other thing is I got boon cards made for Victoria. I will pop them up right here. An amazing creator and new friend made these while I was there, and honestly, I'm in love with them, and I'm definitely gonna get more printed. I also want to point out, I am me, and I did not expect to receive a goodie bag when I checked in for registration. It pretty much got taken apart immediately. But I do have two of like my favorite things sitting by the side of me. On night one, I bought drinks. They were astronomically expensive. Drinks are expensive. I think San Antonio was the only one, well, that I've been to that had an open bar. In my little goodie bag, they gave me like some Purell wipes and some hand sanitizer and some like face cloths. And then in there is this guy. And the reason I mentioned the drinks was because I had almost bought this for myself. Immediately walked to the friggin' liquor store. The other interesting thing that was in the gift bag that I'm really excited to put an outfit together with is these little guys. So we've got a tie and we've got cufflinks. These are really cool. Anyway, Seraphim went off phenomenally. We danced. We had fun. It was great. I am going to get into the game, and then we will move on to the next night, talking about karaoke, trivia, all that fun jazz. Ba-da-da-dum. And we are playing the Clan Quest mod. I have not played through this one yet. Fully. I've played like the itty bitty front bits. Just to kind of see how it differentiates from the other one. The other one I loaded it up just to see how it worked, and it popped up with I'll just show you. Oh, okay. Spoilers. Replays some Bloodlines missions as a human hunter from the Society of Leopold. What? So, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna answer a series of questions to discover what vampire I'd be. While in a club, you spot your ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff and leaving you with a stack of bills. He looks dead drunk. Do you grab him by the head and repeatedly bash his face into the bar, or call the cops? A hunter has chased you into a crowd of mortals. Do you reveal your supernatural presence? God, no. Fade into the crowd? Absolutely. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you want to take some measures to make sure that doesn't happen again. Do you start carrying a knife and conceal it in your belt? I do, yes. You're in a hospital, looking for the doctor who's late on his blood payments. A nurse steps in front of you and says, "You can't go in there. It's restricted to medical staff only." Do you toss her aside like a ragdoll and keep going? Or show her your fangs and set her fleeing? Toss her aside. You're heading downtown to meet some Nosferatu in an alleyway behind a Chinese restaurant. He has some valuable information to sell. You're not expecting any trouble, but you can never be too careful. Do you take no weapons? That might spook your contact. Hide a blackjack in your coat to give you a little edge. Jam a Smith & Wesson in your waistband just to be sure. This is the Nosferatu. They know better. One guy at the party's been trying to pick a fight with you all night and has finally decided to throw a punch. Do you clock him in the mouth? He won't get up. Or pick up an empty bottle and smash it over his head. If I hit him as a kindred, I could genuinely, sew that one. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place. If you couldn't tell, I can't read that well. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? Someone gets in the way and I kick their ass. I live alone. I don't need others. Just me, my dog. The hell with the rest. Gangrel. Have I played Gangrel before on this game? I don't think I have. Cool. Nice. Okay. We are gonna put Cassidy. Guys, that's me. Alrighty. Here we go.
I want to show you something.
I would just like to ask why those condoms have horses on them. Just curious. Didn't notice that before in the past.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live.
I know all the
They shall be
words,
instructed in the
obviously.
ways of our kind, and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening. Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
I always hate LaCroix. Alright. So, I am gonna sneak past Laughing Jack Drake, if I can, and try and get this meal. Da-da-da-da-da-dun-down. I'm gonna be nice.
What a scene, man. Ooh-wee. They just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Because I've played this game so many times, I will be skipping the tutorial.
Jack, what's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
I don't have much time, just give me the basics.
Youngsters these days. Well, your funeral, kiddo. But keep a couple things in mind before you go. Now, these lessons aren't just for your benefit, so listen up.
Okay.
First, the masquerade. You're gonna be hearing a lot about this, so let me sum up real quick. Sure, you're a vampire. Great. Keep it to yourself, okay? It's easier that way, trust me. That's the masquerade. Keeping vampire secrets secret. Easy, right? Easy peasy. Now, if you violate the masquerade, if you run around spooking humans or whatever, you make things harder on all of us. Then all of us get pissed off and we come after you. And you end up like your sire there, stink to dick. Comprende, kiddo?
I'm listening.
Right on. Next, humanity. Being a vampire isn't the end of the road. You think life was hard? Just wait. Now you're half beast, half man, and it ain't quite an easy fit. You're gonna be fighting that beast for the rest of your days every time you get into it. Whenever you kill an innocent, you feed the beast a little more, and it grows a little stronger. After a while, the beast can take over, and you'll go wild and have to be put down like a rabid dog. So, you know, fight it. Don't be a homicidal maniac. That'll help with the masquerade, too. See how it all comes together? Ain't that nice?
Yeah.
Now, with all that said, you still have to keep your ass alive. For that, you're gonna have to feed. That little blood sound, kiddo. I imagine you're feeling that thirst right about now, huh? Get it where you can, however you can. Just
Not
remember
thirsty
the
no
first
more.
2 lessons. Don't let anyone else see you feeding. They'll flip out and cause you to break the masquerade. Cause some bigger, badder vampire to come stomp a mud hole in your ass. Also, drink deep, but don't drain them dry. See, that's giving in to the beast. You do that, you lose a grip on your humanity, and you lose control. There we go again. It all fits together. Beautiful. Can you dig it?
I think so.
Righteous. Now, ship off like a good little soldier. And if you pull this off, come downtown to the last round, and I'll tell you how jacked this whole situation is. Until then, good luck. Or maybe I should just say, nice knowing you, kiddo.
See ya. And we're in the house. I didn't even remember having a phone in here, and it looks like it's something I can interact with. That's kind of cool. Glitch on the wall.
Hello, LA. You're up way past your bedtime, aren't you? Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have.
Okay, I can't listen to you. Okay, so, like I said, Thursday we did the, Meet the Authorities. Friday we ended up doing, like, karaoke and trivia, and it was so much fun. Trivia was run by, Cynthia and Xander. Oh my god. And they did a phenomenal job running it. I got second place. I did not really, I'm not deep in the world of Darkness trivia. It ended up being, like, mostly vampire trivia. This eye is really messing with me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so trivia was run by Xander and Cynthia, and they did a phenomenal job. I took second place. Hey, the password for your computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in your drawer. It's yours. I dropped you in my address. At your convenience, please come and visit me in my home. Blah, 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 blah. And Tremere region. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I then proceeded to go up and take a smoke break, and when I came back down, they were all ready for karaoke, which was a lot of fun. It was, okay, listen, it turned into a miniature concert. What can I say? Everybody had a grand old time. We all started getting up and going, ah, for the people who were singing. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I got quite toasted. Mercurio will contact you. But honestly, that was like a pretty quick night. We didn't do too much other than the karaoke and the trivia. I will say during the day we had panels. Let me read the panels as this gruesome body is on the screen. So the panels that were held on Friday were obviously the opening session. It was very much encouraged. A lot of really interesting news was released there. That's actually where we found out about White Wolf coming back, was at that opening panel.
I'd like you to be the very first people in the world to know what this new business entity is going to be called. Holy shit. Would you be so kind?
Oh my god!
And then you've got like the Dark Epics panel, the Chops 101 panel, Makeup 101 panel. And then we had the add-on games that were running throughout this time. So we had the VIP tabletop games with Huddy and Cynthia Marie. Tea with the Fae Queen that was run by Victoria Rave. 21 Grams, which is like Vampire the Masquerade meets Escape Room. Hunter Torchbearer. And then they also had the Family Dinner, the King in Yellow. Also that day was the like first of the LA by Night meet and greets. They did them each of the days. As well as the LARP 101 panel. Again, one that I highly recommend going to if you're able to. Go to the LARP 101 panel. Yeah, but day 2 was not really that crazy. I had to get a couple of like last minute things for costuming. I had to run around and I was running around grabbing footage, doing interviews. I was very, very busy that entire day. You hungry? I am too. We do seem to be all alone in this alley. Give me your blood. But yeah, no. It was a lot of fun. I do have one like kind of critical thing, and I feel like this is consistent across the board. I feel like everybody feels this, and I spoke this to like the coordinator team and put this in my survey. If you go fill out the survey, because that's how they know what to do the next Darkness Emergent when it comes to things like this. But I think it should have been flipped, and we did the karaoke and stuff on Thursday and then meet the authority on Friday, because it felt weird being in character, out of character, in character. Like, that gap was odd. But the karaoke was a phenomenal icebreaker. Like, it got everybody so comfortable with each other, so it definitely needs to come back. I also want to point out that Thursday I was running registration, well, helping run registration, and I had a lot of fun getting to meet everybody. So if you got to see me during registration, hi. Hello again. But then we got Saturday. Saturday was kind of like, I think Saturday is the first day of LARP was. Yeah, that was when we had the first day of the LARP. Apologies, I am fairly messy with my storytelling. I didn't really write out any points or anything to like kind of go over. But Mercurio.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
Are you Mercurio?
Yeah. You looking for the astrolite? I can feel a draft on my fucking insides. They shanked me, the bastards. The blood ain't working no more. My head, it feels cracked. I think my eyes popped.
You want me to call an ambulance?
What? No. I got a record back east. I'm Heat Day. Don't touch that phone. No goddamn cops.
You look pretty bad, you sure?
No cops.
What happened to you?
What is this lump? Is this my rib? Oh, holy shit. My rib is poking through my side? Oh, I'm all numb. You gotta look and tell me.
Cut the crap and tell me who did this, or I'll finish the job.
All right. Jeez. You think you were the one laying here with his guts hanging out? It was that freaking chemist. Guy mixes up speed, his crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of his guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky pricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it.
I never should have gone alone. Amateur move. I should have handled those pricks. Goddamn dirty Cali rat bastards.
Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. I had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. But shit, they got the money, they got the astrolite.
Where are these bastards?
Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. 4 or 5 of them. And one's got the explosives is Dennis. Got my money too, that prick.
How do I get there?
Laying in a pool in my own blood and you want friggin' directions.
Yes, I'm cleaning up your mess.
Right.
Gimme. Gimme.
Down the street, in the parking garage, stairs down to the beach. On the right. Those better not be some of my last words.
Anything else?
Gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know.
I'll go get the astrolite.
One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this, I'm dead. I'm begging you. I got a way of getting people what they need. You don't say anything, I can help you out.
Good to know. Goodbye. I'm gonna be nice to you because I want the thing I get at the end of the game, if it's the same as the normal Bloodlines. So then we moved on to the next day, which this is now Saturday. Saturday they did some of the side games again, so like the King in Yellow, and I think Mechat's Tabletop Games also ran that day. And then we had like a couple more panels, squad games. The Family Matters, which was the LA cast and crew one. It was really funny to get to see them all like kind of sit together and kiki, you know, Jason Carl had a panel that was basically Storytelling 101, and they called it Let Me Take a Note, which, good marketing. And then there was another, like, makeup panel that went on that day, which I got to sit in on. That one was really, really fun. And then after that, it was time to go get dinner and go get ready, because it was time to get ready for clan meeting. Well, Toreadors had a clan meeting, which turned into a who are you wearing? So we were talking about like our fashion that we were wearing. And because I'm a little shit professionally, I decided to pull out my phone, and as people were talking, I just start typing, and all of a sudden, Sissy That Walk by RuPaul just starts playing. And everybody looks at me, and I'm like, go on. But, okay, I've listened to y'all enough.
That's the kind of thing that makes you lose your faith in humanity.
I gotta say, it's the second worst thing I've ever seen.
Poor bastard down there is torn in two. By the looks of it, you'd think someone tied him to two horses and raced them in opposite directions. What could you have possibly seen that was worse than what's down there?
It was about 3 years ago up in Malibu.
I want to do a photo shoot at the Santa Monica Pier.
Like, I don't know.
That'd be so pretty.
Shark bite?
Nah, I've seen shark bites. This was something different. Like something was watching me. I swear on my badge today that there was something just out of sight. For a split second, I thought about running with the squad car and getting the hell out of that place. It was big. It makes me wonder what's real.
Maybe it was a werewolf. Woo!
All right.
Or a vampire.
Whoa! This is why you didn't get invited to Hernandez's wedding.
So on night one is when I wore that like beautiful like shoulder padded top, and I had my cane, and it was amazing, because I don't necessarily know what to share about the plot that went down. I will say that there was a fashion show-esque plot based around Nelly G and like the Toreadors and stuff like that, but was supposed to be a collaboration between Nelly G and Amalia of Clan Nosferatu. And that collaboration came to fruition in LA for Darkness Emergent, but things had gone missing, and key featured items and makeup bags and contracts and all of it had gone missing, and myself and a group of other individuals were tasked basically by being given that blue rose. We're basically tasked with like, hey, fix this on the DL. I don't want to be embarrassed, but I want the problem fixed. I want the problem solved. This plot was supposed to be like extend to the 2 nights. We completed it on night 1. Not only did we complete it on night 1, but due to some non-player participators walking in to the event space that we were having the LARP in, like these are literal just guests of the Biltmore Hotel. They walk in and they sit at the table that I have occupied, and I'm walking back to the table. Someone comes up to me and is like, hey, like I think they're hunters, thinking they're part of the game. And we're like, oh my god, yeah, they're filming us and blah 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 blah. And so I walk over and I just very much think I'm charming these hunters, and I'm like, oh, you know, like this is a private event, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, well, we just need directions to the pool. And I was like, well, the pool is going to be over here and here. And I was able to give them genuine directions to the pool. So they leave. And I'm like, So I turn around and I go to Nelly and I'm like, I think there's a hunter. And I don't trust Baron Temple because Ventru. And the Nosferatu over there is very quiet, so I don't trust him. And the new Baron is a new Baron. So I'm going to go rose to rose. There's a hunter. What do you want me to do about it? And so after going out and realizing that these people had just been genuine guests of the hotel who had wandered into the wrong place, I was like, how am I going to play this off? How am I going to story rule of cool this? And the gentleman that I was with, who was part of Nelly's entourage, ends up going, well, why don't you just tell her that you fixed the problem? And I'm like, well, what do I do if she asks questions? And he was like, I got your back, don't worry, I got your back. And I was like, okay. So we walk back in, and we walk up to Nellie G, and I immediately go back into Victoria character, which is when this picture happened. And I was like, Nellie, darling, they've been taken care of, don't you worry. And as she was about to elaborate, a scene occurred on the other side of the room that distracted Cynthia. And then we had a little Toreador rose garden party where we gossiped. I mean, we were talking about the gossip that was being spread about, like, Victor Temple, and rumors that were flying around, like, he's broke. But the night ended off with the Succubus Club, which I was not able to dance in the clothes that I was wearing, so I decided to go upstairs and change and dance. And that's where we got that one photo of me, like, living my Bloodlines Asylum fantasy.
Up there, through that chain.
Thanks, bye. I don't really waste time with Maria, not until after I've gone through the what's it? The mission. That's what it's called. I can't, why am I? But the Succubus Club was a lot of fun. I got a couple of really, like, good photos there, while also having a lot of fun and dancing, and it was great.
Help ya?
Why'd you run at me like that? I was coming at you anyway. I need to get inside.
Oh, really? Call ahead? The men expecting you? Nice try, prick. I get...
Why don't I just start this out here?
You just made my...
Give me the bat. I'm not good at this. Why am I bad at this? Pew, pew, pew. Okay, you're good. Yeah, shoot him. Use him as a shield.
Hey, stop right there.
Come here. Come here, you little baby. Little baby. Much better. Damn, that was a little overpowered, but he got stuck, and then... Okay. Listen, I've actually never played this without, like, managing to get inside the building, so that was a first for me. Don't hurt me, puppy. I'm letting you free. I'm letting you free forever. Run wild, puppy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what any of these gangrel powers do. But I will say, by the time that we got to, like, Sunday, I was exhausted. I was so wiped out. I still had interviews I had to do. I still had video clips I had to get. Specifically, I made a Full House style video for some of my buddies who were there. But it turned out really good. I also made a TikTok for some friends, and it was Sunday was a busy, busy, busy day. Not only was there like Dark Epics and 21 Grams again, and I think we had Hunter on Sunday as well again. But we also had Venus and Vampire, which is like you sit down, you get a little brunch with the creators of like the World of Darkness and the people on the creative team currently. So it was like Outstar, Brittany, Jason, and we got to hear kind of what was coming around the corner for the World of Darkness and White Wolf, which they've done this before, and I do enjoy it. This one felt more so like a panel than it was like a luncheon, like at Vegas was. But it was a lot of fun, and you know, so when we found out that there would be White Wolf jobs available, and I may or may not have applied to one, so we'll see. What was interesting was they also did like a Laws of the Night, like advanced mechanics panel. I missed that. I was going to get food, which is a little more important than panels, before the evening because I already anticipated the evening being a little wild. Before we knew it, it was time to go back to faction meetings and to have the final night of LARP, which I will save for after. Ah, damn, did you die on me? I got back to Astralight.
Did you waste those sons of bitches?
Damn straight.
Great. Hope it was painful.
I should probably finish reading these before hitting it. I'm sorry, Mercurio. I love you, buddy. I never give you your money back. No, sorry, I didn't find it.
I could have used that money to buy myself some new kidneys. Anyway.
So, what am I supposed to do now?
We need to make someplace disappear. A warehouse. Looks to be a Sabbat interest.
What's a Sabbat?
You haven't been doing this too long, have you? The Sabbat, as I understand it, are your typical power-hungry movie monsters. They specialize in causing grief. Tangle what they're like, let me tell you. I didn't enjoy it.
Tell me about this warehouse.
I heard a lot about that operation. Well, I'd love to get in there, get my hands on the equipment they've been unloading. But it'd be suicide to walk in there. Got a small army of trigger-happy types, and they're all packing. I don't know, maybe,
Maybe what?
There's a guy. I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. His name is Tongue. Bertram Tongue. He's one of you types. If there's anyone who knows more than me about this city, it's him. Unfortunately, Tongue's hiding out at the moment.
Is there anyone else who would know?
If there are, I don't know him. What about this Tongue? Tongue's laying low because of Therese. Therese Vorman, you know her? Anyway, word is Therese and Tongue are feuding. I don't know the details. Mike takes that Tongue thinks he's about to get whacked, so he's gone underground till Therese calls it off. If you want to put that warehouse into orbit anytime soon, you're gonna have to get Therese to call off the feud.
Where can I find her?
She and her sister Jeanette, they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. We try not to do business there.
What can you tell me about her?
She's the woman around here. Power player. Nice looking broad for a dead chick, but personality like stone.
Okay. I think I'll get going. Thank you for the info. Goodbye. So, the final night of LARP. And I'm having a hard time going through, like, the operations of everything. There was a missing crown that our group of Toreadors was supposed to find. There was, obviously, the fashion show that was going on. It was on that night, which actually physically happened. There was a Iron Horseman brawl. There was a werewolf, which the werewolf tore up Jasper, just FYI. It was just, it was so much fun. There were dead bodies, and there was diablerie, and I found a Pokemon card that had the Ravnos clan symbol on it, and it was wild. But that night, I had my scene with Xander Jeanre's ex that I referred to earlier that really, it stands out to me. So I had gotten into a conversation with a character that is my city's Nosferatu Primogen, and X, the new Baron, where we were just talking about his worries, his woes of being a new Baron and being in charge of the asylum, which is this beautiful building right here. And he was just almost kind of lamenting. And my character was like, well, if you need any help, like, I just so happen to run a nightclub myself. I have 3 locations across the United States. If you'd ever like to come visit, you know, here's my card, blah, 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 etc., etc. Doing her normal business spiel. And up walks this kindred. And note, out of character, I am absolutely delighted with this entire interaction. So don't take anything out of context. I absolutely adored this moment, and it will live rent-free with me right next to the Nosferatu jumping the cult leader incident. So we're talking with X, and this other kindred walks up and directing his comments and his questions towards X, the new Baron, as a new Baron. There is some sort of fight going on, and he is, I don't remember, again, the exact, like, nuances of the details, but he's basically like, oh, well, why don't you, like, bring your Santa Monica people in to fight? And the Nosferatu with me goes, well, are your people gonna fight? And I don't know how it was phrased, but there was a no somewhere in there, and we, as 2K Maria, jumped. And we went, oh, so you're going to send his people out, and you're not going to send your own people out. That's so selfish, and blah, 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 blah. And that makes you know better than what you say that we do, blah, 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 blah. And you shouldn't be forcing him to do this. And we just jumped on him. We were like, meh. And he walks away, and the scene between the group of us is over, and we turn to X, and we're like, hey, buddy, like, that's not how this should go. And the Nosferatu with me is like, you know, it's a sad day when 2K Maria Kindred are advocating for the rights of an Anarch Baron. And so that gave me an idea, and it just spawned this entire scene of, okay, then after that conversation concluded, I took that Nosferatu, and I went and found Baron Victor Temple, who is more experienced, and we are in his domain, and Nellie's domain, right? A Baron was just disrespected in their domain. What are they going to do about it? So I phrased that. A Baron was just disrespected in your domain. What are you going to do about it? And B-Dave is just amazing to be in a scene with, because even I am like 5'7", so I'm fairly tall for a female. Or I've been told I'm fairly tall for a female. But he just towers over you. Like, so tall. He makes anybody feel small. But he can make you feel extremely comfortable at the same time. Like, I very much enjoyed having scenes with him. So, him, Victor Temple, he goes, well, you see, here's the thing. I'm not going to get involved in how X deals with people disrespecting him, as he's a new Baron and he needs to learn. And I was about to argue him when he did the one thing that I had to, like, I couldn't not step away from myself as Cassidy to pull out of. So Victor brings Jessica Renato over, and it's like, you would be very proud of your Primogen over here from Kentucky, blah, 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 and explain the situation. And then it opened up a conversation between Renato and myself, and then Lobo ended up coming and being a part of it, and Renato just was a part of it, watching and seeing how it was dealt with. And I walked away with a minor boon from Renato. Don't know how I got this, but I do have a minor boon from X. Again, I don't know how I got this. I think I picked this off somebody. I'm not sure. But, like, just me going through my little treasure trove bag, because there's some interesting stuff in here, like gold from the Maharani, which that was the after-hour social that night, was the Maharani. And while I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of, like, R&B, hip-hop, and rap, I do like some. I don't like all of it. They had food. And I like food. So, food. and I stuffed my face. Oh my god, I stuffed my face. And by the time I got back to my room, I actually didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to take my makeup off. I was talking to my roommate. I was like, I don't want to, because I get... and I got a bit froggy in the last video about this too, when it came to talking about Vegas. But I truly get to kind of be myself when I'm around this group of people, and it is phenomenal. It feels amazing. Everybody that I know, all of the characters, the people from the Discord servers that I'm a part of, they make me feel comfortable. And it's definitely something that, as a socially anxious person, I struggle with. So to have these people that I see once, maybe twice a year, that I would probably trust with my life, is so fucking cool. I don't know. It's just interesting that this community can develop something like that. And it's nice, truly. But it was over. And it was time to go to bed and put the costumes away and almost return to the real world. Almost return back to the normal everyday life. There was still the final day. So before I go too deep in here, Monday hits and we have our closing panels, and it's emotional. I'm crying. Other people are crying. I can tell that some of the guests are getting a little, maybe not overwhelmed, but also a little bit like weepy-eyed, sentimental. There we go. That's the word. And so we go through, like, they go through kind of their spiel of, like, the staff thanking people, and then they passed it over to us, and we got to then take the mic and talk about these moments that we got to have. And I don't know, I'm really happy that so many new people were there and so willing to just go, fuck it, for the plot. You know, it was beautiful and amazing, and I always have a whole and warm heart when it comes to Darkness Emergent and when it comes to the vampire community. So there's some very, very, very beautiful and kind individuals that I got to know throughout my time at Darkness Emergent that are from Belgium, that are from Vienna, that are from Brazil, that are from Canada. Closing panels ended. We got our little treaty boys. I got a makeup bag that I had saved from... Oh! Yeah, we successfully did the Nosferatu fashion show plot, and we got all the makeup bags, and we got all the garment bags, and we got all the paperwork. But so we got to kind of grab leftover things, and this happens every year. And I grabbed one of the makeup bags and makeup pouches, and I also grabbed a bowl from High Tea with the Fake Queen. I'm gonna go grab it. Hold on. So I don't know if you can see it or how good the detailing is on here, but this is the bowl from the High Tea with the Fae Queen, like, brunch event. No, I did not participate. I snagged it. I went, blink, and I looked at Kelly and I was like, can I actually take this? She's like, yeah, go for it. So that was Darkness Emergent in a nutshell. So why don't we...
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little girl. Like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. Oh, I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling?
My favorite characters, and it's not just because Fire Lord Azula is the voice actress. Who are you?
I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out. And the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile. And everyone always wants to know who is that girl.
Aren't you the tease? Got a name I can remember you by?
I am Jeanette. And this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings on that, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Soon can't come soon enough. Goodbye. I remember I need to get my persuasion and my seduction up before dealing with them too much. How many points do I have? 4. Okay, so I can go ahead and pop these in. So my seduction is super, super low. Appearance and subterfuge are super low. Or do I want to go ahead and up my persuasion since I'm dealing with... Yeah, I'm going to put some in rhetoric. There we go. Anyways, you guys, on that note, that is all for this video. I will be seeing you guys next year at LA. I will be seeing you guys on the cruise in February. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because my mom said so. That's why. Did I just gain humanity from dancing with them? That's wild. See y'all next time. Bye.